Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Stone. Good morning, everybody. You'll notice there my rather poor ventriloquism skills. If you're not sure what ventriloquism is, or what a ventriloquist is, then ask someone. Find out. It's a great word though, isn't it? Ventriloquist. That's me, the world's worst ventriloquist. Maybe not the worst. Maybe I am. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, moving on. Huge thanks and a great big shout out to Luke Manship. Thank you for the videos yesterday and for your amazing potato planting. I'm going to be planting some potatoes of my own in the next few days. Got to first of all find some soil. So I'm going to have to dig up some soil from one bit of the garden and move it somewhere else. That'll be fine though, keeps us nice and busy. So I hope you're all well today. I thought I'd just very briefly talk about some of the art that we had behind me yesterday, and here is the first piece of art, and this is by Kandinsky, followed by a work by Mondrian, and that's coming up now, and finally in this little bit, a piece by Jackson Pollock. Now those three pieces of art were all abstract art, so there's no pictures of people or places, it's just colours and patterns. Jackson Pollock, he was American, he used to have huge big canvases on the ground and he used to just throw paint all over them. That must have been great fun. So, amazing pictures. That's the first three. Moving on to the second three. Oh, slightly different. These are portraits. So we have Andy Warhol here. I think you've all seen that before. Lots of you will have done some Andy Warhol work in school. Leonardo da Vinci, perhaps the most famous portrait of all time, the Mona Lisa, and that's in a French museum called the Louvre. And finally, Picasso. Whew, look at that face. It is a portrait, but it's strange, isn't it? Picasso, at the beginning of the 20th century, or sort of a little bit into the 20th century, he came up with a way of painting that came to be known as Cubism. And so this is an example of Cubism. It's not quite how things look, is it? Now, in the same way, our next few artists, it's not quite how things really look. So we've got, first of all, Vincent van Gogh. And this is a painting called Starry Night. It's a really good picture, isn't it? And then followed by Turner. Now Turner was a British painter. He died 170 years ago. And this is a seascape. So it's a picture of the sea. But the way that he's painted it, it's more like the feeling of the sea, isn't it? It's an amazing picture. And he was very, very ahead of his time because this is almost abstract. So it means it almost isn't what you would see, but it gets the feeling of what you could see. So really like Turner. That's an amazing picture. And interestingly, Turner, he's given his name to an annual, that means every year, an annual art prize called the Turner Prize, which is for artists in Britain who've done some amazing art in the last year. And every year there's a great big celebration of all the artists that go forward for the Turner Prize. Now, a little bit of an extra fact for you. Right, moving on to our last two artists for the day. So, the first one is Georges Seurat, a post-impressionist from France. I love this, all the people in this one. And finally, our final picture of the day is L.S. Lowry. And Lowry painted in Manchester, Salford, I think, mainly. And they were all pictures of it's a landscape, but it's a landscape in a city, so a cityscape. And I love all the people in there as well. It brings it really to life. And you'll notice, if you look carefully, you'll see chimneys. Now, around our area, around Woodgate, it has a similar kind of skyline. Lots of the chimneys have gone, but buildings kind of along the canal have a similar look to some of these, and there are one or two chimneys still left in the Woodgate area. Okay, so that was just a very brief look at some different artists. What I think would be good for you to do, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, is just have a little search for some artists on the internet. It might be just one or it might be lots. Just have a look at some pictures, see what you like, yeah? Because that's what art's about. It's about looking at things and seeing what makes you feel something. And art is so special for that. And if you want to then paint something or draw something in whatever style you want, yeah, that would be great as well. But I think just have a good look. Use those eyes and just see what you can see in other people's artworks. Okay, that's all I've got to say for today. I hope you have a really lovely day. Look after each other, stay safe, take care. I'll speak to you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.